Welcome to the Tennis with Andy Match Play Arena. So we have Vlad, my good buddy, versus me. So we're playing singles up at Sharon, the clay courts. And if you haven't seen Vlad before, he's what I call like the rec version of Novak. Really no weakness. And I mean that in that like the usual patterns that I do don't work against him. So he has a one-handed backhand. Oftentimes I pick on one-handers, try and hit the ball high and heavy to their backhand. But he loves the ball high to his backhand. He just flattens out. He has an extreme grip on his forehand, so natural tendency would be to slice it low to his forehand. But he likes those balls as he could either switch to continental and do like a old school forehand over, or he could whip up the back of it for deep shot. And so clay is his favorite surface. I've been like 0 for the last 100 in sets against him. But let's see. I think I'm gonna give it a fighting shot and let's see what happens. So here we go. So Vlad's a serve. Not the best of start, but my intentions are clear. I'm gonna rip that forehand. So Vlad is using the Pure Arrow VS, and then I think he's strung it up with Slinko Confidential, and I'm using the Wilson Blade V8 1820 with Luxlon 4G. Good hustle by me. Lucky that he missed that one. But early advantage, 15-30. Yeah, the error that I had there was I left my feet. I should just focus on contact with that ball. Corrected it there. Really good forehand. But he got it back. Oh, I knew I had the line shot, but that ball was so low. It was hard to get it up and over. Another lucky shot. That would have been game for him, but we're up to deuce. So let's see if I can take advantage of this. Good forehand. I definitely wasn't going for that angle, but it's good to be out in front sometimes. So a nice deep ball. That's a shot that I should be hitting. You know, not going for too many angles, but just hitting it right down the middle with pace. And that's sort of the play that you have to play against Vlad. You need to make low percentage tennis into high percentage tennis. So hitting the ball hard and flat and deep. And getting lucky sometimes, but I went for that ball, got the line, so 15 love. Good serve. Oh, he managed to catch the line on the return. So okay, miss. I was going for it.
Yeah, wide.
That's the other thing you're gonna see me try and do. Normally I rely heavily on the kick on Clay. Oh, that's such a bad drop shot. Good volley by Vlad. So I was saying normally I rely heavily on the kick, but against Vlad, he handles the high balls really well. Just like there, right? He just creamed that backhand. So I was really looking for the flat serve here and also the slice serve. I try to use those a lot more than usual. So just out 30-40. Good serve. And really good return. It feels like a replay of the last game where I hit that return deep in the last game to cause an error, and he did the same thing. He hit it very deep down the middle and caused me the error. Not a bad play. I like, again, I should really prepare better with my feet, but all those second serves are probably my best opportunity to get ahead in the point. Yeah, because once he gets a hold of the point, he doesn't let go. Kind of like holds it like a rope or something. Right shot. A little disappointed with that return. It's always a balance between being aggressive and overhitting. So as long as I remember to brush up on the ball, I tend to be fine. Ooh, I thought that caught the line, but upon review, an instant replay, it was out. So serving at 1-2. So that's the play I really like and it should go to, which is that backhand down the line. So I finally got my serve down the middle. Again, with that backhand down the line, if I hit it hard and flat and deep, at least I think that gives me a much better chance than trying to do a backhand to backhand rally with him. So if I go hard to his forehand. Again, he just creamed that ball. And it was a good rally, but he had too much on it. So a good serve by me. A little bit of a miss hit. I was trying to go down the line with that one. And ladies and gentlemen, that's why we split step. That's the only reason I was able to get that ball. I did a late split step, but it was still good enough. Just a bit long. Again, I'm lifting off with my feet, so it's easy to see post-match, but when you're in the moment, you're like, I want to hit the ball hard, so let me jump off. Good return by Vlad. Not a bad miss. I prefer to not go for such extreme angles. Like if I'm gonna miss deep, and just go for the area around the line, but not with going for the line directly. Nice low slice, Good slice by Vlad. So really good backhand by me. I knew I needed to produce quality because he does a good job of closing out at the net. It's another good serve. Coming up to net. Are you serious? He was falling back, and I think he tripped, and he still got the winner. So good serving and delayed volley. So this game is really important. I really don't want to fall down or break on this. I think that ball was sailing, but it was too tempting for him to hit. Volley was good enough. He overhit a little bit on the forehand. So 2-all. So one thing that you're gonna start to notice in play, the sun on the near side is gonna progressively get worse and worse. Right now I think it's still okay, but you'll see. So a lot of down the middle. We were both kind of playing it safe. Got lucky with the net cord. Stayed grounded on that. So proud of myself. I stayed grounded on that approach forehand. So just need to put that in the memory banks and do that every time. No need to go for that. Should have just gone back down the line. Try to do his forehand to my backhand rally. But so yeah, so up 2 break points here, and really a good chance for me to take a hold of this set. Good serve, but it was right to my wheelhouse, right to the forehand. I just kind of hit in the net. So good return by me. Ooh, I thought I had him deep here, and I overhit. I was really frustrated. It was the right play. Needs to brush up on it a bit more. So deuce. This game is also quite important. And there's me overcompensating in that I hit the other one long, and here I dumped in the net. So it's important to just take each point like 1 point at a time, you know? Because you might have momentary frustration, but just keep on playing. Because if you dwell on each point, then I think you go crazy. I think he called that out, so that was slightly long, so second serve. Now you can see the sun is really starting to play a role. Again, that was coming with pace, but stay grounded, Andy. Stay grounded in that forehand. Such a good shot by Vlad. I mean, he makes these things look so easy. Like, he never really looks rushed. He's kind of just glides to the ball. And that was one where he switched to his continental grip, and I hit that passing shot forehand. So I could tell he's feeling good here. Really taking a big whip on that forehand, and I'm missing too many of those down the liners today. So 15-40. I mean, it's the right shot. I need to go for that every time, but maybe put a little bit of air on it, and if I miss, don't miss in the net. That's a rule. Don't miss backhands in the net. Miss them long. really good serve by me. I think at this point he remarked that it was hard for him to see. Left that serve short. Side point. Yeah, so notice, I think it was a bit tentative on those overheads because of the sun.
Nope.
So in my mind, this game was a really important hold because I was on the shady side. I really need to hold and potentially break in the next one to give me a little bit of breathing room in case something happens on the other side. Alright, so advantage in. So it's starting to get hot. Like this was like at 6:30 in the morning, but I think it was around 80 and humid already. We both didn't have on the right gear. I didn't have on headbands or anything. So that one I was going for the ace on the second serve. I mean, I've seen it on TV, but it didn't really work for me this time. Again, really wasn't getting. I was going for tight spots. I was going for lines because I felt I needed to be aggressive, but I was just a bit off. So that's a good second. I didn't mean to go for that close to the line on the second. And I think, ooh, okay, here. I'm checking the sun. I'm like, huh, let me kick it high to his backhand. And keep it as high as possible. So kick it to his backhand, wasn't too high. I threw this thing up. So I was like, yeah, come on, Andy, come on. I was like, 3-all. This is a must break. Because I know it would be torturous on the other side with the sun. So Vlad found a hat in his bag. I was like, this guy is always prepared. So he managed to find a hat in his bag, so it was helping him out. I needed to change my grip because I was sweating like crazy. But I was going to do it in the changeover. I'm like, let me get through this game. Let me try and break him here. It's a good kick. He finally left. Oh, that was painful. That was like one of the few backhands he actually left it short. I think he couldn't see. That's why. So I really should have taken advantage of it, but again, refocus, reset, next point. So better return by me. Somehow got to that. So 15-all. I'm trying to hit big, but hit into safe spots in this game. What was that? That was not a safe spot. Okay, much better. It was supposed to be a deep overhead or a deep lob, but just didn't get enough on it. So here he is at 40-15. It's a big game. I know I say this often, but This will be a really big hold for him in the sun. Good return. And leaving the backhand a little bit short. And then went for too much on the cross court, so had a little bit of a break here, regripped, and trying to get this hold here. No, Andy, it's not the racket's fault. You put a new grip on it. It was your fault. So here we are at love 15. A little tentative with that second serve. Big backhand by Vlad. So in that particular case, I know I said before about going down the line, but that one just got a reset. Like I was way out of position. I should just hit a deep ball somewhere in the middle, high, and then restart the point. So, but as we are, he's up 30 love, or love 30.
Come on, Andy.
I mistimed the forehand, so love 40. Somehow the sun is affecting me more on this side than when he was on this side. But I think he just handled it better. So love 40. He's doing what he needs to do. And I tried to go for depth, got a little bit too much depth, so trouble time. He's serving up 5-3. Got lucky on the net cord. And good volley. I mean, that ball I hit was sailing, but he was there. He was like, oh, he's going to be safe. The lob a bit short. So 30 love, 5-3. So he went on to win the next 2 points because my GoPro stopped. But it was an excellent match, well played by Vlad. I thought I played really well, and looking forward to battling with Vlad again on the clay and on the hard courts. So take care. This is Andy from Tennis with Andy.